Craig Barnes was never the kind of man you'd trust with a secret, let alone a child. So when the court granted him full custody of 5-year-old Sophie, it wasn't just shocking, it was the beginning of a nightmare. Within weeks, Sophie vanished without a trace, and what followed was a chilling descent into lies, isolation, and a twisted plan that no one saw coming. In the quiet town of Maple Ridge, nothing ever really happened until the summer of 2019, when 5-year-old Sophie Barnes disappeared without a trace. Her mother, Jenna, had been fighting a bitter custody battle with her ex-husband, Craig Barnes, a man with a long history of financial troubles, short temper, and a string of failed businesses. Despite her efforts, the court shockingly ruled in Craig's favor just 3 weeks before Sophie went missing. Neighbors said Craig kept to himself after winning custody. He withdrew Sophie from daycare, quit his job, and moved into a secluded rental cabin 30 miles from town. Jenna grew anxious when calls went unanswered, but police claimed Craig had full custody and no signs pointed to a crime. It wasn't until Jenna reported Sophie missing that anyone took notice, but by then, Craig and his daughter had already vanished. The investigation turned up almost nothing. Craig's phone was off, his bank accounts were empty, and his car was found abandoned near the state border. For months, search parties combed the surrounding forests and rivers. No witnesses, no footage, no Sophie. Then, almost a year later, authorities got a break. A survivalist couple in Montana reported a man and a girl living off-grid in a makeshift shelter deep in the woods. When officers arrived, they found Craig malnourished, disoriented, and alone. He claimed Sophie had run off chasing a deer 6 months earlier and never came back. His story didn't match the forensic evidence. A child's shoe was found buried near the shelter, but there was no sign of Sophie. It was only after Craig escaped arrest for obstruction and child endangerment that the truth began to surface. In a twist no one expected, it was revealed that Craig had faked his daughter's disappearance. Sophie was a live van living under a new identity in a remote community where Craig had convinced locals she was his niece. He'd staged the vanishing to sever all ties with his past, believing he was saving her from the world. Sophie was found safe and returned to her mother, but the scars ran deep. In the end, justice was served, but not without a dark journey through deception, desperation, and a father's warped view of love.